In this video, let us understand how to use ASP.NET validation controls. So here are the validation controls. So one is compare validator, custom validator, range validator, regular expression validator, required field validator, validation summary. We learn each one how to use them in a form, because once you use the validation controls, you can avoid lot of errors. So therefore validation for a form is must and it's required also. When you make the validations, so therefore user cannot able to enter the wrong data. So user has to enter the compulsory data and also he has to enter the within the range. So all are is covered in this validations. So we're going to use the Visual Studio for this. Let us understand how to use the Visual Studio and we can write the program. So here we already create the account, create account. There is a sign up form here. So this video is available for you. So please check in the description box. So this video is already uploaded, like how to create the create account form or sign up form. So what this video, like how do you create all these controls one by one. Right, now what we want to do is here is a user ID. Without entering the user ID, customer shouldn't click the sign up. So if you click the sign up, so you should tell us please enter the user ID here. Okay, so you cannot make it blank. So the some fields are very important. Particularly user ID is a primary key in a table. So therefore you must have to enter the user ID. Now how do we validate? So here, so there is a separate group called the validation group here. For compulsory, you have to use required field validator. Required field validator. So double click, then go to format, set position, make it absolute. Then take this. Always click on the name, not on the control. Click on the name. Then expand this. Now here you need to write the error message. What is the message you want to show on the screen? So here you can say please enter user ID. Please enter user ID. And this you want in the red color. So therefore you can go to 4 color. So select the red color. And you want to increase the font size. So just go here. Font size, let's say 15. So now you can see that the font size increased. And also you want to change the font name. So to expand this, so here is the name. We can select the name here. Okay, now you can see that it's prominently looking. For this also we can change the font. So here is a font name. We could have changed beginning only, so then it is better. But anyway, now also you can change. Okay. So likewise, you need to change for every control. Now this is compulsory, fine, but this control has to be linked to text box 1. This name is text box 1. Therefore, we need to link this one to text box 1. So there is a provision here in the required field validator. So there is called a control to validate. Which control you should validate? You should validate text box 1. Now see that how it works. So the project is already running, so therefore I can just go to IIS Express. So go to this, and if I click here, so I'll go to main page, but there is empty. So I go to so sign up form. So I have to select the sign up form. Now you can see that if I click sign up, so if you get an error, so we need to add app settings and then add key validation strings. So this is the value and then value is equal to none, and then app settings. You need to close the app settings. So this need to be added in web.config. So here is a web.config file, double click, and then you need to add these 3 lines to this one. So now let's see that. So just press enter key. Now click the sign up. Now you can see that without entering, you can't click the sign up button. So now we need to enter some data here. Then if you click the sign up, that won't appear. That is the required field validator. Right, now what we can do is, so we can go back to this. This required field validator required for the password also. Even password is compulsory. Therefore if you go to source, now it's selected. Copy this. Okay, so come down. So before the form, you can paste it, and you can paste this once again. Now this is 2 and 3. this is required field validator 3. We required one more, so let's say 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now what we can do is, again, how we done for the labels and text boxes, we can select the validator. So here to go there and you select the second one and then bring it down. Next you got to go to select the 3. You need to bring it down. Next you need to select the 4. So you need to bring it down. So this for the user ID. Now you need to change the text here. Please enter the user ID. So now this is not user ID. So this is password. So therefore you can write password here. So next one here. So this is enter user ID. Enter retype password. So this is the retype password, and here is the user ID. So username. So this is username, and you also take care that you need to change the corresponding control. So this is the text box 4. Therefore you need to select this control to validate. So here you need to make text box 4. For this you have to make text box 3. For this it is a text box 2. Now correspondingly it is there. So even if mobile number, email ID is compulsory, again you need to copy and then you have to paste it here. Okay. Now we can go back to page here. You can reload. Now if I click sign up, you can see everything will be fired. So therefore you need to compulsory, you need to enter the data. So if you enter the data is fine. Now what happen? Here you will enter 4 characters. Here enter more. So these two should be compared. And if this is wrong, immediately it should show me the message here. Okay. So for that there is called the compare validator. There is a compare validator. So you need to use the compare validator here. So this is the compare validator. Double click on this. Again format, set position, make it absolute. Then take this one. We can keep above the previous one because any one will fire. Both will not fire at a same time. Anyway, this one will fire first. Later only this can fire. So therefore I can increase the size here. So again you need to format in the same way the previous one. So here you can go there and select the font name, then font size, then color, 4 color. What color you want? I can take different red color here. Right. So then what is the message, error message you want to give? The password and retype password are not same. So please check. So this is the message will be displayed if you type the wrong retype message. Then, so here there are two controls you need to compare. Control to compare, for which you need to compare. So you need to compare with the text box 2. Control to validate. Which one it has to validate? It should validate the text box 3. Done. Save. Now we can go back to this and you can reload the page. Now we'll enter some name here. Now you can see that the moment it is different, it will fire. It fire on the screen stating that the password and retype password are not correct. Now make both are same. Now you can see that there is no message here. So that's how compare validator will work. Now because this is empty, this will fire. You can't save the file. So unless otherwise you fill all the details. Now we'll move on. So we'll see the next one. So here is a mobile number. So we can use a check validator or regular expression to check the mobile number. So first we'll see that how to use the range validator. So here is the range validator. Format, set position, make it absolute, and then bring it here. As I told already, you can put one more required field validator here also. That is there, if you don't enter anything, immediately it should fire. But here if you don't enter, nothing will happen. But if you enter wrong, then this will fire. Right, so now you go to font again. So here is Vardhana, then around 14. Then what is the color you want? So select the color. So then the error message. So please enter correct mobile number. So how do you know which is the correct mobile number? So it must be 10-digit number, that is sure. So then what is the starting number? 10-digit starting number. Okay, so now it is 5 or 6. Okay, so let's assume that 5 only. And then you have to say control to validate. This is text box 6. So first you need to link to control to validate. This is 6. Then there is option here. So what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value? Now you can say minimum value 5, after that 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then what is the maximum value? This is all 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So anything between these two numbers are the valid number. And also there is one more, type is there. Here type you need to make it as a double, because it's a large number, you need to make it as double. Now if you enter the correct number, this will not fire. If you enter anything wrong, so then it will fire. Now we'll see that how it works. Okay, reload again. So now we go to mobile number. So we'll have put ABCD. So immediately this will fire. Because why? This is not a number. Okay, now you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So still it's firing because this is not a correct mobile number. Now but if you start with 5, then this will go. Because now it's valid, because it's a 10 digit and start with 5. Because we only specified 5, after that 9 zeros. So even you can give 999, this is the last number. This is valid. But if you use 1, this is not valid. That's how it works. Right, so next one, we'll go to regular expression. So here is a regular expression validator. So I'll make it absolute. So this I'll use for the email ID. So you should match the pattern. Regular expression is to pattern matching. So again you can go to font here and then change this to Vardhana. So here is font size and what is the error message, and then 4 color. So please enter correct email ID. Correct email ID. Right. So then you can increase the width. So done. Now control to validate. So here is a control to validate that you need to set to 7. Next, what is the regular expression? So here is the validation expression. This is important. So if you browse here, so here already some validation provided. So we need to select email ID. Okay, internet email address. So this is the pattern. Probably you need to discuss in some other time, like how this pattern is. Right. Now this is check for the email ID. If you enter the correct email ID, this will not find. So if you enter wrong email ID, this will fire. So let us check this. So now if you go here and if you type something, so immediately it will fire. But if you enter @some.com, then because this match the pattern, there are some characters some characters, and at the end there are some characters. Even you can give ABC, is okay because this is valid. Okay, so but if you don't give dot, if you click here, so that is again error. So dot 1 to 3. So that's okay, it will accept because after that any characters, even number is also a type of character, therefore it will accept. But if you want exactly numbers only, characters only, then you need to do a little bit more. So then we can check that also. So therefore these are the validation controls. So now we'll see the one more final. So that is called the validation summary. So if you take validation summary, all the errors will be shown in the same in one place. So set position absolute, and then we can bring it down, because when you are in down, we can't go up and check it out what are the errors are there. So therefore we can keep it here. Okay, so here you can change the color in case required. Otherwise, you can go to change the font as usual. Fine. Now save this. Now go and refresh this. Now click here sign up. Now you can see that all the things which is fired here, so will be shown here also. This is the group. So we don't need to go up and check it out. So here only we can able to see all the errors. We need to rectify all the 4 errors. Okay, let us rectify all the errors. So let's say this is gone. So this is gone. Now you can see that how many errors. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So now correct mobile number, correct email ID, retype password is not correct. So now it will show what are the errors are there. That is, it shows a summary. So that is a summary. So therefore now you can't save the data without enter proper information. So this is how you need to implement the validation controls for the form. So please try this. If you have any doubt, let me know what doubts you are having. So we'll try to cover in the next video. Thank you.